We are about to begin the English class. Please, everyone, start the cameras. I repeat, please, everyone, start the cameras. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you once again for being here with me in our English classes. Today is Wednesday, 6 April 2022. Well, dear students, for today's class is going to be actually the last class, the last one about the present perfect tense. Today we continue working on about the different variation of this tense. Do not forget, before to start the class, that you'd like to remind you everything what we have learned since Monday. Remember, the quiet or the shortest definition about the present perfect, present perfect equal past. The best or the most important thing is actually the result, right? The result might be either important or is visible in the present. Yesterday, we practiced two different words about experiences. Remember the word ever, like this is the most delicious food I have ever tried. Or we can use that's the most beautiful woman I have ever seen. Ever in these kinds of sentences we used to emphasize something. Another way to use the word ever, remember, is for making questions, for experiences. Have you ever spoken in English? Have you ever read about the English language? And the last one was the word never. Pretty simple to understand, right? The word never. This is a word that we studied in the previous module about the average of frequency. Never, but we can use never in the present perfect tense to express an action we haven't done it yet. I have never jumped off from the bridge. I have never tried this food before. Fantastic. Well, please guys, something quite important, as I always says, I do respect your privacy, but please keep your cameras on. Every time when I call you, please participate. Your participation is quite important. Do not remain in silence. This is too bad for you. Do not remain silent. Because I don't know if you're there, your camera is off, your microphone is off. I have no idea if you're there. Okay, so yesterday we started working on something quite important with the present perfect tense. It's about the three different words, and new ones, in quotation marks, remember? Already, just, and the word yet. So we're going to work with these three words using the structure of the present perfect. Alright? So before starting, please, dear students, you tell me if you have any question. That's the link again. Click on it and register the attendance. There you go. That's perfect. So no questions. Okay, right now I'm going to share once again my screen. So please give a minute. Okay, give a minute. Let me plug in my headphones. Okay, miss. Can you repeat the question? Thank you.
Las clases empiezan a las 3:30 o a las 3. Es que en la plataforma dice las 3.
No, it's 3:30.
Como que algunos tenemos esa duda. Okay.
No, 3:30.
Okay.
Yeah, 3:30. But if you can make it at 3 o'clock, have no problem. 3:30. But for me, 3:30, no problem. Okay. So right now I'm gonna share my screen. So give me a minute. Okay, I think it's this one. There you go. Okay, dear students, it's time to start. Please, everyone, pay attention. Tomorrow, Thursday, we'll have the first quiz. Tomorrow we have a quiz. You understand? Quiz equal test about the present perfect tense. And the module number 4 will have a test per week, usually. Okay, so the part number 1 is the word just. Second word, already, and the third one, yet. Just and already we're going to use in positive structure. Positive. I have just, my mother has just, already in the same way for positive statements or positive sentences. But the word number 3, yet, we're going to use in negative. Yesterday we saw this example, so once again we're gonna see it. Okay, the first one, just, we can word with this one when we have done an activity recently. Just in our language might be translated like acabar de. He acabado de realizar. I have just seen him. Lo acabo de ver. I have just seen him. Alright? So we can use the word just for a recently activity. For example, I have just eaten breakfast. He acabado de desayunar. I want you to focus on the correct position of the word just. It's between have and the past participle of the verb. Just, acabar de, alright? So let's move on to the next word, already. Already in our language means ya. Alright? So basically we use this word with the present perfect tense when we have carried out an activity sooner than expected. For example, we can say, I have already finished page 20. Ya he finalizado la página 20. Already nos da la idea que esa acción que se esperaba, ustedes, nosotros o alguien, pues la realizó mucho antes de lo que se esperaba. He finalizado o ya he finalizado la página 20. So we use already to describe these kinds of action or activities. So both sentences, I have just eaten breakfast and I have already finished page 20. As you can see, both sentences are in positive. Okay, ambas oraciones, como usted ve, están en positivo. Tanto just and already lo vamos a trabajar en forma positiva. Okay, so now let's move on to the last word, yet. Yet means in our language, todavía o aún. Yet. You will see the example. I haven't eaten lunch yet. No he almorzado aún. O todavía. No he almorzado aún. Okay? So basically we use the word yet for an action that probably happened soon or we haven't done. So the word yet, aún, todavía. As you can see, the last sentence with the word yet is a negative. Fantastic. So the word already, I'm sorry, give it this here. As I said earlier, we use the word already when someone has done something, an activity sooner than expected. Alright? Already. Linda Moncada, could you please read both sentences for me?
I'll be ready cleaning my room.
Mm-hmm.
He has already sent the email.
Correct. Thank you very much. Don't forget, vamos a utilizar esta palabra already. No olvidemos su uso. Already, pues, es alguna actividad que la hemos realizado antes de lo esperado. De pronto, a una persona, a un adolescente, a un niño le dice, tienes que limpiar tu habitación. Y él le dice, pero ya la he limpiado. Se asombra. I have already cleaned my room. O sea, esta actividad lo hizo mucho antes de lo que se esperaba. Y ahí trabaja la palabra already con la estructura de present perfect. I have already cleaned my room. La otra, que de pronto tendría que enviar un email, pero lo hizo mucho antes, pues she has already sent the mail. Ella ya ha enviado el email. ¿Llamaste a tu tío? Ya lo he llamado. O sea, es una actividad que se la realiza, o dentro de su uso es para expresar una actividad o una acción que se la realiza antes de lo esperado. That is the word already. Ya. Okay, next one is plan to do. Plan to do. For example, these 3 sentences. Plan to do is with the word yet. So that means we haven't done that activity yet. No hemos realizado aún esa actividad. So we use the word yet for negative and probably for the question. Okay, Ms. Tulcam, good afternoon. Could you please read the 3 sentences for me?
Plan to do. I haven't cleaned my room yet. She
Mhm.
has have you finished your work yet?
Thank you. Okay, so remember, the word yet, pues son planes a hacer. Quiere decir que todavía no hemos realizado esa acción. La palabra yet, como les acabo de mencionar, pues tiene el significado de aún, todavía, en negativos. En preguntas también, pero comúnmente trabaja con estructuras negativas. En este caso, el presente perfecto. I haven't cleaned my room yet. Aún no he limpiado mi cuarto. She hasn't sent the email yet. Ella aún no ha enviado el correo electrónico. Or, have you finished your work yet? ¿Aún no has terminado tu deber o tu trabajo? So this is planned to do. Alright, now the last part. Recently done. So when we're talking about recently done is an activity we have done just a few seconds ago, or minutes ago, or hours ago in the same day. For these kinds of sentences, we can use the word just. You see? Okay. Montoya, Chawan, Jennifer, good afternoon. Could you please read these sentences for me?
Good afternoon. I have used cleaning my room. It has to see my mail.
Okay, thank you. So the word just is acabar de, alright? Es lo más cercano que podría encontrar para que entendamos en nuestro idioma la palabra just. I've just cleaned my room. He acabado de limpiar mi cuarto. Or she has just sent the email. Ella ha acabado de enviar el correo electrónico. Acciones recientes. Entonces, tenemos 3 tipos de uso. La primera, que es done, que ya se la ha realizado. ¿Ok? Done es actividades o acciones que se le hicieron antes de lo esperado. Plan to do, que aún no se lo ha hecho. Y actividades que se han realizado recientemente. So these are the 3 words. Already, yet, and just. Okay, so before continue, you guys tell me, any question? No questions? Okay, let's practice. No problem. Please give a minute. Let me share my screen again. Okay, listen up. For the next activity, it's quite important that you get the English verb. Regular or irregular verb. It's gonna be pretty important, essential to carry out the next activity. Let me share my screen. I'll show you what we're talking about. So please give a minute. Very good. So right now, I want you to describe what has happened. What just happened? ¿Qué acaba de suceder? For example, in the picture number 1, you must create a sentence using the present perfect with the word just. For example, you say, ellos han acabado o acaban de romper el vidrio de la ventana. And then number 2, usted ve la acción que ha pasado en la imagen 2. La chica se ha acabado o se acaba de caer. And the number 5, pues el hombre acaba de pescar. Number 6, ellos han acabado de merendar, and so on. Okay? So I want you to look all these sentences and make one sentence. Use the present perfect and the word just. Just. Alright? For this activity, dear students, let me see. Okay, give a minute. There we go. So 80, 95. Okay, 90. Much better. Okay, so for this activity, you will have 6 minutes. 6 minutes is enough to carry out all these sentences. Remember, use the structure of the present perfect and include the word just. This is a participation, so all of you must participate in the class. Take your pencil or pen and your notebook and start writing questions. Write sentences. 6 minutes. Do it, please. Please start working. You have 4 minutes. 2 minutes. Okay, I think it's time to start. Gonna pick up one of the students. Miss Priscilla Rubio, good afternoon. Could you please help me with picture number 1? Priscilla, are you there?
Who's broken a window?
Okay, could you please repeat again?
They who's broke a window.
Alright, that's correct. So you can say Dave just broken a window. Okay, or just say they have just broken a window. That's fantastic. Thank you. I appreciate it. Elizabeth, thank you. Please help me with picture number 2.
She had just fell off the skateboard.
Okay, that's correct. But remember, the verb must be in past participle. So we said fell, fall, fallen, fallen. Fallen es el participio pasado del verbo caer, ¿ok? Fell, fall, fallen. Good. Thank you. Let's move on to the number 3. Angela Alarcón Jimenez, please help me out with the picture number 3.
Of the power.
No, I means the action. I don't want you to describe the picture. No quiero que me describas a lo que ves, sino qué acción ha pasado recientemente. Tienes varias opciones. El ha acabado de nadar o él ha acabado de salir de las piscinas. You have two options in here.
Right.
Okay, but use the verb in past participle. Aquí viene lo más complicado. Necesitamos verbos en participio pasado. La primera parte está correcta. He has just. Si quieres poner el verbo nadar, entonces tienes que pensar. El verbo nadar es swim, swam, swum. Alright, so use the past participle of the verb. O acaba de salir, entonces you say el verbo come, came, come. So, come out from the swimming pool. Be careful, no problem. Okay, let me see. Let's move on for the number 4. Jennifer, Vera, thank you. Help me out with the number 4, please.
They have robbed the center bank.
Okay, correct. Robbed. Robbed es un verbo regular. Remember, rob is R-O-V. Y su pasado se dobla. La última letra es V-E-D, alright? They have just robbed the bank. That's correct. Thank you. Let's move on. Linda Moncada, please help me with the number 8.
8.
Yes, the number 8. You have the 8?
And the boss you left him.
Okay, interested. That's correct. Okay, pero podríamos decir él acaba de perder el bus. Perder lo utilizamos como el verbo miss, M-I-S-E, es un verbo regular y pues su pasado es ed. So we may say he has
The bus.
We said the boss.
Yes, correct. He has just missed the bus. Él acaba de perder el bus. Correct. Okay, let's move on to number 7. I'm going to pick up another student. Remember, all of you must participate. Let me see. Orly Zambrano, good afternoon. Please help me with picture 7.
He has just woken up.
Okay, correct. But be careful with the pronunciation of the verb. Remember, el verbo es wake, woke, woken. Woken, ese es el que vamos a necesitar. Wake, woke, woken. She has just woken. Good. Let me see. Melanie, Jaime, please help me with 6.
They just had lunch.
Exactly. Thank you. And the number 5, Mr. Garces. Good afternoon. Please help me.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Number 5, please.
He just fished.
Okay, that's correct. He has just fished. All right, that's correct. Thank you. That's good. Interesting. That's perfect. Okay, antes de seguir, aquí vamos a entrar en un campo muy polémico. Ok, pero no vamos a extenderlo. Esto no es para extenderlo. Pero como les mencioné, creo que fue el día lunes. Vamos ahora, en las próximas clases de la otra semana, pues necesitamos ver la comparación entre past simple and present perfect, pero de manera muy superficial. Por el momento no vamos a entrar a eso, pero tenemos que empezar para unir y pues hilar ideas en pasado, okay, in the past. Okay, Danny Castro, you have a question?
Sí, una consulta, mister. La palabra host, la que estamos usando, solo se usa en el momento, es decir, right now, o una acción que está pasando en ese momento, no se puede usar pasada. o futura, no.
Ok, cuando utilizamos la palabra just, utilizando el tiempo que estamos viendo, que es present perfect, pues es básicamente para describir una acción que ha pasado recientemente. Como decimos en el barrio, ahoritita. Ok, ellos acaban de romper un cristal. So you say, they have just broken a window. Ese es el primer uso de la palabra just dentro del present perfect. Okay? Now, please give a minute. Let me look for another PowerPoint presentation that I lost. Is here. Please give a minute. Como les mencioné, este tiempo es un poco extenso. Okay. Here we go again. Listen, please. This is our tense. Este es nuestro tiempo que estamos estudiando ahora. Present perfect. Okay. Lo que vamos a hacer es simplemente, pues, es añadirle y vamos a trabajar con ciertas variaciones. En este caso, las tres palabras que acabamos de trabajar: already, just, and yet. Okay. So, when do we use it? Well, the first one is this. We use the word just. The first one, I have just bought a new car. That means that action recently happened. This one. Me he acabado de comprar un nuevo auto recientemente, ¿ok? Ojo que aquí es donde yo quiero que ustedes intenten comprender mi punto de vista, aunque va a ser complicado, porque al menos en la variación español ecuatoriano o castellano ecuatoriano, comúnmente no utilizamos este tiempo o estas variaciones, son concretas. Nosotros nos manejamos simplemente en decir compré un nuevo auto. Muy raro que hayan dicho he comprado un nuevo auto. Aquí nos manejamos con pasado simple: compré, fui, escribí, leí, dormí. No he escuchado, porque ese es mi trabajo como docente de idiomas, no he escuchado en conversaciones diarias utilizar mucho he comprado, he dormido. Muy pocas. Utilizamos mucho siempre es past simple. Dormí, escribí, estudié. It's different like he estudiado que estudié. Eso vamos a ver de manera superficial, pero en las próximas clases no vamos a centrarnos en eso. Okay, now listen. Just is recently activity, as you can see. The number 2, already, is sooner than we expect. Recordemos que already son para acciones que se las ha realizado antes de lo esperado. I have already washed the dishes. He acabado de limpiar los platos. And the number 3, yet, is plans to do. That means we haven't done that activity yet. I haven't learned present perfect yet. Aún no he aprendido el presente perfecto, like this one. Or the last one, I have already visited friends. Okay? So, let's continue. This is grammar. We don't need grammar now. Bueno, aquí viene lo más importante, por favor, dentro de la utilización de los verbos. Recordemos que los verbos, tanto regulares como irregulares, van a presentar variaciones que son presente, primera columna, pasado, segunda columna, y la variación 3, que es la que nosotros necesitamos en este tiempo. Okay? This one. Gone, ido. Vote, comprado. He ido. I have gone. He comprado. I have bought. Siguiente verbo que es drunk, bebido. I have already drunk. Ya he bebido. I have already drunk. Or you say, I have never drunk beer. Nunca he bebido cerveza. I have never drunk beer. So it's quite important to use the column number 3. Esta columna, la 3, es la que vamos a necesitar para el present perfect. Be careful. Okay, let's see more examples. This one. Jennifer, could you please complete this sentence for me?
I have used bought a new car.
Okay, remember, buy, su pasado es bought y su participio pasado el mismo. I've just bought a new car. Correct. Thank you. Let's see it. Miss Elizabeth, thank you. Completed this for me.
I have already eaten.
Okay, let's check it out. Correct. Please give a minute. Okay, good. Let's see the other example. Danny Castro, please help me out with this one. Danny, can you hear me? No, it's not here.
Espera, un moment, es que mi internet está un poco raro. Having, no, having.
No, having is present progressive. Necesitamos los verbos en participio pasado. Aquí sería had, H-A-D. Ok, complétala por favor y léela.
I have already have dinner with friends.
Correct. Exactly. So the past participle of that verb is had. Good. Excellent. Montoya Chawa Jennifer, please help me out with this one.
The bus the school have used arrived.
Okay, good. Arrived. Good. Arrive is a regular verb, so we just add the suffix ed. In this case, just the letter D. Excellent. Okay, Linda, thank you. Help me out with this one.
I haven't worked the dog yet.
Correct. But remember, recordemos por favor los que estuvieron conmigo en módulos pasados, la pronunciación de los sufijos no lo tome como parte del verbo, es el sonido de la letra T. Walked, alright? I haven't walked the dog yet. No walk it. Be careful. Let's continue with this one. We can have another student, Angela Larcon. Please help me out. Hello, can you hear me? No? ¿Me escuchas? Mr. Alarcón. Ok, remember, it's not drunk, es el pasado. Nosotros necesitamos el participio pasado. Drunk. Ok, read again. Lea de nuevo, por favor. Read again, please.
He has
Correct. Thank you. Remember, it's the past participle. Priscilla Rubio, please help me with this one.
She asked cooked dinner yet.
All right, thank you. But remember, Priscilla, cooked,
She
no cooked, cooked.
cooked.
Yes. Ese sufijo ed que ves ahí, ed, tiene el sonido de la letra T. She hasn't cooked dinner yet. Alright, very good. Let me see another student. Garces. Completed, please.
How many books have you read?
Ok, thank you. Este verbo leer, recordemos que tiene la peculiaridad de escribirse igual, pero se pronuncia diferente. Read, read, read. Es como el color rojo, el participio pasado de ese verbo. Read. How many books have you read? Excellent. Congratulations. So you tell me, question. Any question? No questions? Unbelievable. Okay, it's time to practice. So once again, let's carry out a exercise. Remember, the next activity is no graded, but the grade you get of the M, well, or the grade you got of the M, is for you. So that means you need to practice a lot. But if you get 10 out of 10, fantastic. Let me share my screen again. I'm sorry. Okay, so we're going to practice this. The three words with the present perfect. You see? Already, just, and yet. So the exercise number 1, write the words in the correct order. Okay? Pay attention. 2 and 4 are questions. Okay? So you're going to write, no drop. You have to write. For example, you say F and then you keep on writing. Is that number 2 questions and number 4 is a question 2. Okay, in the same way, the letter B, write the sentences and question with the present perfect and the adverbs in brackets. For example, the word yet, just, yet, and already. Okay, and here you complete it. The word just with the past participle of the verb come. Alright? No se confundan aquí. Okay? So you have to say, I have just come, came, come. Come. Eat. What is the past participle? So look for the past participle. In the same word here, right? That's it. I need to practice a lot this one. For this activity, you will have 8 minutes. Okay, 8 minutes. No problem about the grades. Okay, no se preocupen por la nota final. Necesito ver su participación. Please give me a minute, and I'm going to share the link. Okay, so that's the link for this activity, dear students. 8 minutes. Completed, please. 4 minutes. Quickly, guys, you have 1 minute. Okay, I think it's done. Let's continue it. Now we have 20 minutes left. Well, it's time to study the last part about the present perfect tense. It's time to carry out the last activities or explanation with 2 more words, okay? We already know words like ever, never, already, just, and yet. 5 different words, okay? We have 5 different words. Now we're going to include 2 more words. Okay, we're going to include 2 more words. So for this, let me share my screen and you will see. Listen up, please. Everyone listen up. The 2 words are since and for. Since and for. We're going to include these 2 words to the structure of the present perfect tense at the end of a sentence. This might be positive or negative, but most of the cases we use since or for in positive sentences. This is gonna be pretty easy, dear students, and I want you to listen up very carefully. The word since in our language, since means desde. Since, desde. For example, you say, I have studied English since 1992. I've studied English since 1992. Since, for, on the other hand, means por. Okay? I have studied English for 19 years. Since and for. Well, as you can see, both of these words refers to the length of time. For example, we use the word since if we want to be specific. Okay? Vamos a utilizar esta palabra since cuando necesitamos ser específico. He vivido en este vecindario desde el año 1995. Estoy siendo específico y utilizando a la vez la estructura del presente perfecto, como usted lo escucha. He vivido. Aquí no podemos utilizar otra estructura, sino present perfect. He vivido en este barrio desde el año 1995. Since, if, for a specific time. For is different. The word for we use is a non-specific time. Utilizamos for pues cuando no damos o no tenemos o no nos interesa ser específicos, sino simplemente dar por cuánto tiempo hemos realizado tal actividad sin ser específico. For example, we use since to express the beginning of a period of time of an event. Specific. En otras palabras, específico. Since. On the other hand, we have the word for to express the length, duración de este evento. Entonces tenemos since para ser específico, since que significa desde, y for cuando el tiempo que queremos dar a denotar pues no es importante, simplemente es la duración del mismo. For en nuestro idioma significa por. Take a look. Él ha estudiado desde las 2 de la tarde. Estoy siendo muy específico, por lo tanto utilizo la palabra since. Él ha estudiado desde las 2 de la tarde. He had studied since 2 o'clock. Now, take a look. Same activity, but it's no important about the specific time. We just want to say something different. You see? Él ha estudiado por 2 horas y 15 minutos. He had studied for 2 hours and 15 minutes. You see? Let's see another example. He has been here since 6 o'clock. This is present perfect. Como usted observa, tenemos la estructura del presente perfecto, simplemente combinándolas con estas 2 nuevas palabras. Él ha estado aquí desde las 6 de la tarde. Alright, now take a look. Let's use the word for. He has been here for about 2 hours. Let's see another example. Remember, every time we use the word since, it's a very specific. He has had his cowboy doll since he was a young kid. You see, muy específico con esta palabra desde. Él ha tenido, o él ha poseído, bueno, él ha tenido su muñeco de vaquero desde que era un adolescente o un niño. And now, take a look at this. Prácticamente es lo mismo, pero el tiempo cambia en referencia. He has had a cowboy doll for more than 11 years. Cuando utilizamos for, como usted sabe, pues aquí nos toca contar semanas, horas, minutos, todo relacionado al tiempo. Por 2 semanas, 2 años, 2 navidades, 2 estaciones de tiempo, bueno, all of that. You see, it's not difficult to understand this for with the word since and for. Now, please give a minute. Let me see, should be over here. To carry on another activity. No, this is not the correct one. Oh, this one. Okay, give a minute please. So let's practice all the words at the same time. There you go. So part number 1, listen please. Listen. Don't go, stay where you are. Because we need to practice a lot the present perfect tense. Number 1, listen. In the activity number 1, I want you to look up the 4 pictures. 4 pictures, you see? 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have 4 pictures. So, I want you to make sentences using 2 words. Only 2 words. Already or yet. Period. Already or yet. No more. Two words. Solo dos palabras van a combinar con el present perfect. Look at the picture and work with already or yet. For example, let's look the picture number 1. Observa la imagen 1. Some glasses. Ya lo tienen visto. Por lo tanto, eso indica que ya hizo esa actividad. Y aquí está el ejemplo. She's already bought some sunglasses. Alright? So, in here, they are the words that you will need to make the sentences. Buy sunglasses. Bus come. Cut grass under tree. And have dinner. And I want you to look at the picture number 2. Observa esta imagen. Si observan que están ahí parados. Y ahí viene el bus. Entonces aquí están las palabras que usted va a utilizar. Bus y el verbo come, obviamente en participio pasado. ¿Cuál de las dos debería utilizar aquí? Pues ya queda en usted. Already or yet. Regresa por acá y observa la imagen 3 o esta imagen que está aquí. Regresa y dice cut grass on the tree. Como yo veo, ya lo está haciendo. And the last one here, look this picture, have dinner. Okay? Solamente quiero que utilice las dos palabras que van a ser already and yet. Okay? Esta imagen ya está hecha. Quedan las tres restantes. Okay? For this activity, dear students, you will have 5 minutes. Complete it, please. 3 minutes. One minute. Okay, I think it's time to start. 11 students, 11 estudiantes. Acabo de tomar asistencia por interno. Recordemos que les dije que por favor, si tienen alguna urgencia, se comunicarán por interno. Okay, so we're going to start with Miss Priscilla Rubio. Could you please help me with this picture? Priscilla, can you hear me?
He is already cutting the grass under the tree.
Okay, you want to start with this one. Okay, no problem. Vamos con la de acá. Okay, can you repeat again?
He is already cutting the grass under the tree.
Okay, now I want you to look at the picture carefully. Quiero que por favor observen la imagen muy de cerca. Creo que antes no me percaté bien, pero todavía o aún no la ha cortado. Si observas la imagen, entonces yo tendría que decir aquí él aún no ha cortado el césped o la maleza bajo el árbol. ¿Cómo diría eso, Miss? Priscila. Él aún no ha cortado la maleza bajo el árbol. Priscila? No? Okay. Por
Le
favor.
repito.
Yes.
He is Jack cutting the grass under the tree.
Okay, no problem. Let me help you. Let me help you. Remember, when we use the word yet, we need to use negative statements. Negative, right? Must be negative. So, in this case, you should start writing, in this case, he hasn't. He hasn't cut the grass under the tree yet. Okay, here is the prompt. Aquí tenemos pues las pistas que nos está dando el ejercicio, Priscila, que es cut, grass, under, tree. Estas son solamente las pistas, ¿verdad? Entonces yo observo la imagen y todavía no lo ha hecho. Entonces yo digo, él aún no ha cortado la maleza debajo del árbol. Okay, he hasn't cut the grass under the tree yet. Okay, so don't forget this is the prompt. Aquí tenemos el prompt. And this one is the way. He hasn't, negativo, el yet que ves al final, Priscila. Ok, que significa aún o todavía, pues podemos o debe ser utilizado en oraciones negativas. In negative statement. He hasn't cut the grass under the tree yet. Ok, let's move on. Let's see this one. Oh, Miss Tulkan, thank you. Help me please with this picture.
They wait for the bus that hasn't yet come.
Okay, but slow down. Aquí te da la pista que el ejercicio, ¿verdad? Bus come. El bus todavía pues no ha llegado, viene lejos, entonces tiene que ser en negativo. Tendría que decir el bus no ha llegado todavía. Reformúlala.
The bus hasn't come yet.
Yes. Correct. Excellent. Can you repeat again?
The bus hasn't come yet.
Exactly. Correct, miss. Thank you. Good. Okay, now let's move on in this one. Mr. Garces, please help me. Ahí está la mamá, imagino que esa es la hija. Y al parecer la hija de Mr. Garcés pues ya almorzó, ya comió algo a las 7. Y al llegar a la casa, siendo las 8, la mamá le ha servido algo. Aquí usted va a tener que utilizar o already o yet. Y aquí está el prompt, Mr. Garcés. Lo que usted va a utilizar es have dinner. Completed, please. Elizabeth, thank you.
She has already had dinner.
Yes, correct. Excellent. Congratulations. That's correct. He has already had dinner. Good. Excellent. Muy bien. Ok. Para el día de mañana pues vamos a tener una pequeña prueba, el quiz. Vamos a tener una prueba de media hora, no va a ser más allá de 6 preguntas, no va a tener más de 6 preguntas y va a tener media hora para responderlas, ¿ok? Mañana continuamos pues expandiendo las últimas 2 palabras que van a ser since and for. Since and for. More activity about since and for, and then with 30 minutes, let's take the test. Okay, so thank you very much, dear students, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.